Hello everyone, this is Ruhi Jain, counselor and parents coach from Parivartan, Uttarakhand. In today's video, I'm going to talk about marriage and parenting. I believe if we are born as human beings, then marriage and parenting both are very important issues that we need to balance in our life. Research has shown over time that once you are a parent, there are a lot of stress issues and a lot of relationship issues that the couples are facing. So here in this video, I'm going to take you through few workable tips that you can try with your partners so that you can maintain harmony in your couple relationship. For the same, I seek your permission to share a small presentation with you to bring my point forward. So, to start with, it is important for us to understand what is called a healthy relationship. A relationship where both the partners support each other, they are connected with each other, but at the same time, they realize that it is important to give space to the partner. They respect each other, there's trust, there's healthy communication between them, they know their limits and boundaries. I have seen a lot of couples complaining after a few years that my partner tries to control me, there's no space for me, and they always try to tell me my limits. So, if you are getting into a relationship, it is important that you understand your partner completely and also the family that you are going into. Once you know your limits and boundaries, and you know how you can effectively enjoy your space and freedom without impacting any other individual in the family, then I think you are good to go. Next, whatever points I have said earlier, I want to summarize them into three C's, which are very important for a healthy relationship. First is communication, second is cooperation, and third is compromise. These three C's need to be taken care by both the partners in a relationship. Because we have heard a lot of time that if we are trying to move a vehicle forward, for example, if we're trying to drive a car, so until and unless all the four tires of the car try to come together and work together, the car will not move. In the same way, in a relationship, if the partners don't come together, they don't communicate, they don't cooperate, and they don't compromise, then it is difficult to maintain a relationship. Next, I want you to think, is your relationship with your partner a healthy one? Take a minute here if you're viewing this presentation, if you're looking at my video, just think about it. Now, next question. What are the few signs and symptoms of a healthy relationship? Do you really know that how you understand and how to judge your relationship to be healthy or unhealthy? So, let me take you through 5 simple signs which qualify a healthy relationship. You laugh together, you do a lot of fun together. You don't snoop through your partner's messages. There's so much trust amongst the partners that there's no need to go through the messages secretly. You still say please and thank you. This shows respect. We have heard a lot of times that in friendship we don't have to say thank you and please, but I believe that these are few things that show respect to each other. And here also a small example I would like to bring in front of you. When we are into a new relationship, if we have an affair or we are newly married, then we do say to each other that please can you pass me that glass of water, or please can you shut that door, thank you for this favor. So when we can say it then why over the years we forget to use these words please and thank you. You keep your past in the past. A lot of times, a relationship goes down in harmony because the couples tend to bring the past again and again. So, if there's something that has happened in the past and you both have said that we are going to forget and start a new beginning, then there's no need to bring the past back again and again. You feel your best self when you're with your partner. So if there's fun, if there is no secret, if there's respect for each other, if your love can let you go the past, no matter how stressful it has been, if you have self-respect for yourself, then I think you have a healthy relationship. Now, how and why parenthood changes couple relationship? Now, first, it is important for us to understand the impact parenthood has on couple relationships. So it leads to disputes, it leads to arguments, it leads to distancing from each other. And why so? Especially these things are seen when you are becoming a parent for the first time. Both male and female are into that new phase for the first time. They both have apprehensions, they both have anxieties, they are still unsure of how to manage the situation, which leads to all these disputes and arguments. Now, for males, research has shown that they tend to feel jealous because the partner is busy with the baby. The male feels left out and feels that my partner is too busy. Now, for the mothers, to the females, there are a lot of hormonal changes happening in the body which tend to even take more than a year to settle. There is increase in body weight, there are dark circles, and there are a lot of other physical problems that indeed create a lot of stress, mood swings, and problems for the females. Now, why are all these disputes and arguments happening in the family? So, for some couples, this transition is very smooth because they, as I said, have a healthy relationship. For others, it is a time of tiredness and stress. There's sleep deprivation. Mothers feel that they are overloaded with work. There are a lot of family members who are trying to interfere by giving their suggestions. There are unwanted frequent visits by the family members because they want to meet the baby. There's no goal alignment amongst the parents. The father has certain goals for the child, the mother has certain goals for the child. Both the parents think of good future of the baby. But where we are lacking is that we don't sit together and discuss that what is that we have as short-term goals for the baby and what are the long-term goals. So there's no goal alignment. Working moms have to quit their job, which create a lot of stress. Now, what can be done to manage all this? Couples both have to understand that it is a new phase. They can only make the best use of it. For some time, they will have to keep the family and the extended family away from the matters. Whatever we are sowing now has to be reaped in the future. We all know that. So, if we start with arguments and disputes and we don't control, so it tends to become a habit for us. So, if we are continuing with disputes and arguments, then it becomes very difficult for a relationship to get back to that level of harmony. Take decisions collectively, respect each other's emotion and their needs. Be reasonable in what you're expecting. Check on your tone because the tone of the conversation sets the conversation itself. If you start a conversation with a raised tone, if you're angry, then you will never settle down with a positive result. So please check on your tone. Keep your past away, divide the work equally as you can give time. Consider the emotions and need, as I said. Keep your egos away. Do things responsibly. If you have taken a responsibility of something, then I would say that put your head and heart both into that work. Now, before parenthood, these are few steps that you can take so that you have a smooth transition into a parenthood. Make decisions to have a child together. Both the partners should be agreeing to have a child. Have short-term and long-term goals aligned with each other. Prepare for things together so that you both feel belonged in the relationship. If you are going to buy few things for the coming baby, then go together. If you're browsing through Amazon, Flipkart to see what you want to put in the cart, do it collectively. Discuss about how to parent a child. What is that you will have to take up as mother's role and what the father needs to take up. Now, there are a lot of people who have questioned me that when we are into a relationship and then we are trying to become a parent, so what should be given importance first, the spouse or the child? So, this is what I say to my clients. A child needs both parents. A child needs a relationship of harmony, environment which is smooth and calming. And that can only be possible if both the parents are in harmony with each other. So first, try to invest into your couple relationship and then you plan for a child. Now, once your parenthood has already begun and you feel that there are a lot of loopholes in the relationship, so this is how you can try and maintain it. Recognize that it is hard for both the parents. Set aside time to spend with each other. Talk effectively. Whenever couples start talking, they start blaming after a minute or so. This is not an effective communication. Sit together, listen to each other, and build a effective communication. First, find time to connect with each other, parent each other. We should never play a blame game. Rather, we should tell politely that I feel that this is how it should be done. Can we do something about it? Rather than you have done this wrong. It is because of you that this has happened. So it's important for us to parent each other, but coolly and calmly. Now, moving ahead, most important thing in a parenthood is that mother's role is very crucial. Whatever a mother can do, a father can never do that. A father can never take the place of a mother. We have to give importance to mother's role as well. So their role can never be replaced. We have to give them highest respect. They are bringing a new life into this world. They sacrifice much more than the males. Their second shift of work takes up. Earlier, whatever they were doing with that, there are a lot of other things that have come in life. Their social and personal life changes big time. Now, how we can reconnect with the partner after pregnancy. Talk about your feelings. This I'm talking especially for mothers. Both mothers and fathers can do this, but I'm talking especially for mothers. Talk about your feelings. Don't let them, go down, because we all have heard that a pot, if you try to fill with water, it can only take the water as much as it holds its capacity. After that, it's going to overflow. The same thing happens. We try to subside our feelings thinking that's not important, it's not important, and one day what happens that we blast as a volcano. So I would say that talk about your feelings, don't let it pile up. Focus on the reason why you fell in love. Why did you decide to marry this person? More positive you think, more positive you feel, and there are less chances that the arguments and disputes will escalate. Reinstate date nights. Earlier, when we are not a parent and we are into a new relationship, we go out for dinners, we go out for lunch, but now we stop it. I understand that with the baby in the house, and sometimes we are staying alone or the family members are not very supportive. But after the baby sleeps, the father and the mother should make efforts to, you know, spend time with each other. You can have meals after the child sleeps. Schedule like any other meeting. Don't take it for granted. Take at least 20 minutes from your schedule to sit with your partner and discuss. Thank you for your valuable time. This is my contact number. If there's anything that you want to ask or you want to discuss, then you're free to call. Thank you for your valuable time once again.